Hey guys, Firebite27 here, and today is the day after Christmas, and I am not going to show you anything that I got because I do not feel like rubbing anything into any of your faces. So, anyways, I'm going to do I'm sort of here for like a mini review of Power of the Prime's Punch Counterpunch because I did this to him and it looks absolutely hilarious. And I need to make another video, otherwise the YouTube algorithm will forget me. So, for starters, let's de-arm him and change him into his Autobot mode as the Autobot James Bond. Punch. So, Punch in robot mode is, well, the first robot mode. Bit of history before we get any further. Punch Counterpunch was one of those things from back during the period in the G1 days when Transformers was sorry, coming up cold here. Anyways, Punch Counterpunch was from a point in G1 history where basically Hasbro didn't have any other toys to import from Japan from the Diaclone toy line, and so this character was one of the first characters that they made that was completely original. And Punch Counterpunch's gimmick was that he could change between it being an Autobot and a Decepticon. Counterpunch, punch. Counterpunch, punch. You get the idea. So anyways, when in Autobot mode, you're supposed to, I have two grievances with Punch. First is what you're supposed to do with this shoulder kibble. You're supposed to put it on like this. However, I think that looks stupid and B-box and removes a lot of articulation. So what I end up doing is I end up putting it like this, because even though it's inaccurate to the original toy, there's two reasons. Okay, let me start again. For one thing, it gives him back a bunch of articulation. And the second thing is, it looks less stupid. Sure, it may look pretty stupid on its own, but it gives him sort of a Laser Optimus Prime look. In fact, I kind of want a Laser Optimus Prime repaint of this character, considering that that, and you could also have a laser and you could also have a Scourge repaint of this character. Anyways, he has a waist swivel, a bicep swivel, no wrist articulation, elbow joint, elbow swivel, elbows on a ball joint actually. Legs have a thigh swivel that's very restrained by the calf, a double jointed knees which are reversible for the transformation's sake, and head is on a ball joint. And that's all the and my other pet peeve with this with this toy in general is that in order to fit it's misassembled out of the box. You have to sort of like pull open the chest slightly, and then basically you have to take the arms off, and then pop the parts that the ball joints for the shoulders are on off, and then you have to like rotate those around in order to get it to transform properly into its alt mode. So now that we've gotten the punch out of the way, let's get to a counterpunch. First, you take the figure, turn it around, turn the arm kibble like so, and put it up like this. Flip up with the helmet, and bend the elbows this way, then turn the fists around on each of the arms. And in his first, then flip up this, then flip down this to make sure that he doesn't get the first time he starts fighting the Decepticons. So there's not much else to talk about other than the fact that Counterpunch basically has every bit of articulation, except his arms are a lot less restrictive the way they're supposed to be in this mode. Again, I think the shoulders on the G1 thing are stupid, and I think Hasbro should honestly ditch this part of the transformation. Anyways, he's just got the same articulation, and I also forgot to mention that he comes with 3. Hold on a second. Basically, you have these accessories, and I made a bit of a boo-boo, and I accidentally transformed him into, it paused it in order to like find one of the accessories or something, not sure when I paused this, but basically, in alt mode, you can take this fist, even though you can't form an arm for a combiner, plug it into his back. I like to think that if he came with one of these collector cards that most of the other Power the Primus characters come with, he probably would have said it probably would have, and it came with a Vector Prime card. It said, when in alt mode, Vector Prime plugs into the Prime armor, which is mounted on his back in order to travel back through time like the DeLorean. I mean, that's what this does kind of look like, isn't it? Anyways, you can take whatever you want and mount it back up here. Want a Prime Master? To quote Johnny T from Golden Boots, boom, done. Want to take a Titan Master? Like, let's say Nightbeat, boom, done. And that's all you can really mount up there. I mean, you can also mount his gun, the data pad, which is supposed to be a gun. If you want to go ridiculous on this, all 3 at once. Though why would you? The fist itself does look kind of stupid. Even though I do love it because it is ridiculous, and I have ADHD, which means I love anything that's ridiculous enough to get me to laugh. Bam, you've got everything mounted on there at once. Not sure why you would want to. Or, you want to go mega uber overkill, you mount a bunch of these onto all the War for Cybertron toys, or if you're in my case and only have a substitute, like Trigger Happy, like say Titans Return Trigger Happy, you can do something like, let's see here, I want to make this as silly as possible. Here we go. Guns by the mother flipping tons. So that's all for now. My name is Firebright27, and gosh darn it, I hope that I didn't pause at a time or I just skipped over punch and counterpunches mode.